Well, hello everybody. It is Friday. It is the 5th of December 2025. And for lack of a better term, I guess I have part three of an ongoing series of microwavable ramen bowls that I'm going to be trying today. And so today's featured product is Tapatio's artificial chicken flavored ramen noodle soup. All right. I like that they just like come out and say, yeah, there are no natural flavors in this, at least not as far as chicken is concerned. This is an artificial chicken flavored ramen. But you know what? I don't care if it's got artificial chicken flavor or natural chicken flavor or synthetic chicken flavor or whatever the hell kind of chicken flavor it is. I just am concerned with, is it amazing? Because the last one of these Tapatío ramen bowls that I tried, the beef birria flavored, which also, by the way, had artificial beef flavor in it, was perhaps the best microwavable ramen bowl I've ever eaten in my life. It had an amazing complexity of flavor. All right, it had warming spices in it, like hints of cinnamon and clove and ginger, and it had, I could taste three different peppers in there. Not just like a sort of a standard, run of the mill chili pepper flavor or chili powder flavor. I could taste like arbol in there and maybe Pekin, and I mean it was incredible. It was an incredible experience to eat that ramen. I gave it a 9. So I have really high expectations for this, and I'm really excited to try it. And like I said, this is part three of, I guess what you could call a series of Tapatío ramens. The first one I tried was the original. That was quite a long time ago, but I remember it was good. I gave it a 7. It did taste like Tapatío sauce. The birria, while it got a 9, did not taste anything like Tapatío sauce. So I don't know what was going on there. I haven't really looked at the ingredients in this, so we'll see. What is this going to taste like? All right. Yep. And, like with the other ones, you got your vegetable flakes and you got your soup base. And I used method 1 to prepare this one, which was to boil water. We're going to pour it over the noodles with the soup base and the vegetable flakes added. Method 2 is to microwave it for 5 minutes, which I didn't want to do. And I got a little bit more broth this time. So the only criticism that I had of that birria ramen was my own fault because I filled the water slightly less than the fill line because I didn't want it to be too soupy, but it ended up just being noodles in a sauce. This is a little bit more soupy because I filled the water up to the fill line. So here we go. Hmm. Okay. Um, One thing I will say, especially when I just tried the broth just now. Okay, there's actual tapatio flavor in that. But the problem is, and I like it. It's nice, but this is not really standing out nearly in the same way as the birria one did. The birria one was exceptional in terms of complexity of flavor. I would never expect to find something with that amount of flavor in it, like a detailed, just a complex flavor palette. I would not have expected to find that at a convenience store for $2.99. This is not bad, but it just tastes like a run of the mill, down the line microwavable ramen bowl. It tastes like a chicken noodle soup bowl, microwavable chicken noodle soup bowl with some pepper spice added. There's a little tang in there that I like in the broth, but it's a subtle addition, and honestly, yeah, I'm just tasting chicken noodle soup. I'm not really tasting. Actually, you know what? I'm not tasting. I'm really tasting like a vegetable noodle soup. I mean, artificial chicken flavor, natural chicken flavor, whatever. It doesn't taste like much like chicken to me. I'm tasting carrot in there. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. You know, the video one set such a high standard. I was expecting to go into this and taste something wonderful and distinctive and unique. It's not. It's very generic. It's mediocre. It's about between a 5 and a 6. So I'll give it a 5.5 for flavor. But I'm disappointed. I really wanted this to be better and more exciting. And another thing that I will say that is disappointing is that beef birria ramen. I was planning. I was like, oh, after I try this, and turn off the camera, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna like, fry an egg and put an egg on it and chop up some green onions and put some chili flakes on it. Give it all the accoutrements. But I ended up not doing that. After I turned off the camera at the end of that review, I just ate the whole thing. I wolfed it down. It was that good. Didn't need anything additional. This does. All right. This feels plain and kind of bland, and I feel like I need to add stuff. Maybe even some seasonings. Not just toppings, not just the flakes and the green onions and the egg, but I think I need to add some seasonings to this too. Spice up the broth a little bit more. So I'm disappointed. I'm let down. But I believe that there are other Tapatío ramen bowls out there. All right, so they're 2 for 3. That's a good track record. The original was very good. The birria was outstanding. This was mediocre. I think there are some other flavors. Now, the shitty convenience store where I got this, and its shittiness does not impact the fact that its prices are outrageous. I think that like at most convenience stores this would be $3.99, or $2.99, but it was $3.99 at the one that I got it, because all of their prices are bad. But they're very limited in their selection. They only have those 2 Tapatíos, but I'm pretty sure elsewhere that I've seen other ones. So I'm going to be on the hunt for those. I want it to at least be, 3 for 4, because I think there is a 4th one out there. I don't know. If you know what it is, let me know. But anyways, I'll be on the hunt for that. Sorry that I couldn't present a more exciting review there. I'm just being honest. This isn't that great.